Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel and thanks to my new subscribers. For those of you who are here for the first time, my name is Catherine and I tell true stories. My story today is about the cannibals of Uganda. For those of you who don't know what a cannibal is, this is a human who eats another human. Now, in the central part of Uganda, there is a district called Rakai. And I don't know whether it's a village, another one called Buikwe. I don't know whether that's a village or a district. So the Rakai is a district in the central part of Uganda, and Buikwe could be a village. For those of you from Uganda, you know better. So in these villages, it's known that there are cannibals. They eat each other. So some people have come out and given their experience. One man said that he found the body parts of his father roasted and hidden in a thicket, as in they ate him and they could not finish him. Either he was too big or the person was one of those. Of course, it cannot be an animal because an animal will not roast you to eat you. Probably he had hidden the part so that he takes it later for later consumption, but the guy found it before they could come and collect the body parts that they had roasted and eaten. Another incident, a pregnant lady was eaten together with her newborn. These are the stories that were going on in the Rakai village or district, in that it became a ghost town. Nobody wanted to start any investments there. People were scared of working there. And there was an automatic curfew, as in at a certain time in the evening, nobody will be seen outside. And it was not implemented by the government. It was just automatic. Otherwise, you will become a menu if you are found outside during this time. Someone will eat you. Then, during the funeral, some friends were warned. They were going for their friend's funeral somewhere, the Buikwe village, somewhere near Jinja. They were going for their friend's burial. And so their parents told them, remember the saying, thou shalt not eat in somebody's house, a stranger's house. But it is known that these cannibals become very active during weddings and funerals when they pound the human flesh and mix it with the menu, that the food that is being cooked at the funeral, so that the people who are there have some taste of flesh. And it is believed that once you taste this flesh, you will have imaginations of eating your family. And if you don't, you will be eaten yourself. How do I just pound a human being, put it in as part of your recipe, expecting you to join my cannibalism, and you don't? We eat you. And remember, cannibalism is not a genetic. So it is said that the human flesh for the cannibals, they say it's very salty and very tender. And once you taste it, there is no going back. There is no going back once you taste that flesh. I don't know why they chose to eat human flesh. I don't know whether it's rituals or they believe that you get some power when you do this. I have no idea. Because there are so many animals to be eaten, but they chose the human flesh. Some believe that the fresher the flesh, the better. So what they do is they murder people. They kill the people and eat their fresh flesh. And others wait for the corpses and dig up the graves to eat the remains, the corpse that has been buried. So it is said that in this part of Rakai, if you go to visit the graveyards, you will find that the graves, most of them have sunk down after a few days of burial, because the people there will go and unearth the corpse and chop it, cook it, and eat it. You become a recipe. So it is said that you have to be very vigilant. You have to be very careful when you are in the Rakai village or is it a district. You have to be very careful when walking in this district, lest you become a recipe, lest you're included in the menu. You have to be very careful. And this is how some friends really why some friends who had gone for their friend's funeral at Wikuri, whatever this place near Ginger is called. They had gone for the funeral and they were very scared when their car stuck because they didn't know whether they were gonna be a recipe at any moment or not, because it's believed that they even use some witchcraft just to confuse you so that you become an easier prey for their attack so that they can eat you. So, when asked why they choose to eat people when there is a lot of flesh, they say the human is like somebody chooses a rabbit over a chicken because a rabbit is very delicious. Some people just find monkeys very delicious. So these people, once they taste a human being, they want to eat more human. Even the animals do not like eating human beings. But once a lion tastes a human being, he will become a man-eater. The lion will become a man-eater. And that's what happened to one of the lions that attacked some foreigners who were building the Kenya Railway. It tested one human being, and that was the end of it. All the people who are fixing the railway, all the people who are passing through that train, who are using the train, will be eaten by the lion. It was so huge and it could not resist human flesh because it had already tasted some. Same to these cannibals in Uganda. Once they taste human flesh, they will want more and more of it. This is a district called Rakai. And there is no law that stops them from eating human. That is the problem. So if you're eaten, that is up to you. It is up to you. It is no wonder there is this president called Idi Amin. It was believed that he used to eat his enemies. Once he kills you, he eats you and keeps your head in his refrigerator at home. So if you open his refrigerator, you'll see many heads, fresh with meat, because it's frozen so it doesn't become a skull very easily. It's even believed that he ate one of his sons, Idi Amin. He was buried in Saudi Arabia after he had run there for asylum. His grave is still there in Saudi Arabia. And it is no wonder he wanted to expand his menu when he wanted to take part of Kenya, but he failed. So this is just part of the cannibals. I start a little bit over the cannibals in Uganda, just to know that there are people who eat people. And now we know that human flesh is very salty and tender. I don't know, probably the way they cook it. I have no idea. I have never eaten one. If you have eaten one, please put in the comments and tell us why you eat it and how it tastes. So, if you like my content, like, share, and subscribe. Ciao.